How's it going, Critter Family? Hope you all are doing well. Today we are going over a video by Jason Harris, Dog Training. We are back at it with the camera. I'm going to try it this way and see how this works, see if it's not too much trouble to record separately from the OBS, because when I have OBS and the camera running at the same time, they both like to, they get slow and it interferes with each other. So at least with this computer, can't do that, but I'm going to try it out with this anyway. So hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully everything sounds okay and looks okay. Today we're going over part 2 of Jason Harris, how to use Halti, slip late, and deal with dog reactivity. The first video that you saw me post of this, I forgot to post. I made it a year ago, and I just forgot to post it from private to public. Whenever I'm done with the video, I always private it so I can look through it, make sure everything looks good, and then I can post it to public. Forgot to do that, so you got an extra video yesterday. And today we're doing part 2. So I believe he has already given this dog a bunch of corrections. Somebody counted every little minor pop, every little push, every little tug, every little whatever, and it's over 270 times throughout the entire 27-minute video. That sounds absolutely insane to me about how many micro corrections that this guy is giving this dog. So the dog may not find all of those punishing because, I mean, obviously the dog does not, because the dog continues to do what they're doing, but still, a correction is still a correction that you're teaching the dog to ignore. So we're going to be looking at this. This is part 2, and let's just get started.
Real world yet, we haven't come across another dog. But I'm just going through this process of elimination and finding out what I think I've got best control with. I'm going to put the Halti on him in a controlled environment. He has had this on
You're
before.
not in a controlled environment, though. There's a lot of distractions. A controlled environment would be inside the home, not here.
Sit.
Pop,
and we'll see.
Shove his butt down and pulls up on the leash really, really aggressively.
We'll see which one we work between. It's a matter of finding what equipment works for your dog. Every dog is different.
Every dog is not different. No dog needs, I mean, realistically, no dog needs a prong collar, shock collar, or e-collar. I mean, most dogs don't need a halter or a slip lead or these corrective tools that are meant to be corrective. Occasionally, if I have a dog that is overpowering and I need a little bit of extra control over them, if the dog is super duper strong and they've been taught to, purposely or most likely not on purpose, subconsciously they've been taught to pull and lunge, and that is just their reaction. If I have a very large reactive dog, occasionally I will have to put a head halter on them just so I can keep them safe and keep them from pulling me down and getting to the other dog. I don't like to use head halters, but I use them if I absolutely have to. That's as corrective as I get, as far as whatever tools you want to use. Ellie, again, if you can't see her, she's right up here. Is it not Pinky? She's going crazy earlier, but I try not to use those. I don't use those on every dog, and I'm not going to say that, oh, this dog needs this tool, because realistically, the dog doesn't need the tool. The human does. Unless I were super duper strong and I can hold the dog back, you're not going to be able to hold every dog back. I can't hold it. I mean, I can barely hold back a full-grown golden retriever named Newt that I'm working with, that I'm going to hopefully record a session with on Sunday, and so hopefully you'll be able to see that. We'll see how that goes. He is going to have a head halter on because he is so strong that I can barely hold him back, even with the halter on. And our goal is to keep him below threshold. But there's times when you're finding the threshold for your dog, or there's times when you just can't. You can't keep your dog below threshold the entire time. So it's your dog is going to react occasionally. Our goal is not for them to react, but sometimes it happens. So I'm not going to say that this tool is for every dog, or that every dog, or there's certain tools for certain dogs. No. Really, realistically, no dog needs any other tool other than a harness and a regular collar. They don't need these corrective tools. The humans do. And if he pops this dog in any way that he has been with the harness, then it's going to be straight up abusive.
Work good on a Halti, some work good on a slip lead.
And I don't know if he's even conditioned this dog to this or not.
Versa. Where people go particularly wrong with gentle leaders is they keep the pressure on. That creates that pull from the dog. We want to teach the dog loose lead is in a good spot. Hugo, let's go, buddy. So I'm going to go a little bit of pressure and then pressure off. Nope.
Drag.
Nope.
Drag.
Very small movements.
Ouch.
Nope.
Ouch.
Quick, let's go.
Ouch.
Up here.
Ow, ow, ow.
Normal reaction for a hold. Good boy.
So a normal reaction means a failed trainer, because the trainer has failed to condition the dog to the Halti. He just puts it on and starts dragging and popping and dragging and popping him around. Instead of taking a couple of weeks to condition the dog, yes, a couple of weeks to condition the dog to the Halti, he just puts it on and away he goes.
I just got to slip this around his face a bit better. He's got it on the other side of his body.
This dog is so stressed.
Okay. Good boy.
This dog does not need a halter.
Quick.
Especially not if you're going to be popping it. Pop, pop, pop.
Let's go.
Pop, pop, pop,
When
pop.
your dog does this, come.
When your dog does this, they're over threshold and with the halter, with the tool that you're using. They're not conditioned to the tool that you're using. When your dog does this, you need to put it on. You need to go back to practicing, okay? Put it on, give a reward, take it off. Put it on, give a reward, take it off. Practice that a few times for a session. Then put it on, leave it on for a couple seconds, reward, then take it off. Practice that so you can keep it on longer and longer. Then you put the leash on, and the leash is going to have weight to it, so it's going to feel a little bit foreign to your dog. When your dog is used to that, having the leash on and having the halter on for a few seconds to a few minutes, then you can take it off and reward for that. Quit. Ellie. Sorry, I'm sure you all saw that Ellie was chewing on a light cord. Jeez Louise. I know I'm the worst parent ever. But you put it on, get the dog used to it, take it off, and then over time you can take your dog for walks with it, for very, very short walks. It takes time to condition this, so your dog is not pawing it off. Your dog should be used to it to where it's just a part of their body, just like a harness and just like a collar. Those things, to any dog who hasn't had one on before, no matter how long their life has been, those are foreign objects to your dog. You don't just put it on and drag your dog around and pop,
You've got to work hard.
drag,
Hugo,
pop,
let's go.
pop. Not
This
just
is a
one pop,
process
two
you've got to
pops.
go through with the gentle leaders, unfortunately.
No, it's not at all. This guy is an idiot. I'll be nice and say this guy is ignorant. This guy is ignorant. This is not how you condition a HUD halter. This is not just, you don't just put it on and hope for the best and have to unfortunately go through all these troubles and this tugging and pulling and going through getting into a battle and a fight with your dog.
The dog's rubbing their face on the ground. They don't like it. It's not hurting them, but they don't like it.
You can't say it's not hurting them. You can't say that. If it's rubbing, it's going to give them rug burn. If they're planting their face on the ground. When you tug and pop it, it's going to be uncomfortable. I'll say it'll be uncomfortable at the least and painful at the most. But we can't say, Ellie. All right, I had to move Ellie because, again, she was chewing on that little cord. Completely forgot what I was saying, but you don't just put it on and then hope for the best and wait for your dog and pop your dog. This guy is very ignorant for saying that that's just a fight that you're going to get in with your dog.
The quicker he realizes, good boy. Quicker he realizes.
Ouch.
Pressure off.
Pop.
See that there?
Pop. Pop.
Nope. Pressure off all day.
Pop.
There's a lot of work.
All day long. Pressure on, pressure off. It's a pop. It's not pressure.
Back and forth. You feel like a bit of a conductor in an orchestra.
Ouch.
But
Ouch.
come,
Ouch.
If I keep the pressure on, he's always going to
Pop
keep
there, but there was no connection.
See this? Loose lead. Good boy. Come on.
Yeah, but at what cost? Look at the dog. The dog is absolutely miserable. This thing is like sideways on his face versus it being down below the chin where it's supposed to be. It's over here. And this dog is so hot and or over threshold and frustrated and I'm watching you, Ellie.
Yes. Good boy. Come on. Quick. Good boy. Another minute or so. Just get, yeah, good boy.
Again, it's sideways. You need him in the face.
Yes, quick. Look.
The dog would be more conditioned to it if you weren't popping him and dragging him around the way you are.
Don't keep the pressure on, just enough.
Pop.
No, and off again.
Pop.
I'm using two fingers. Very subtle. Couple more turns. Good boy, buddy. Good boy. Yeah.
Another cut there or another edit there. So how long has he been doing this? I don't know.
You go.
Get a cat, they said. It would be fun, they said.
Okay. Hugo, sit.
Shoves his face and his butt down.
I think Hugo's at a good enough standard now that we can go for a walk.
Oh,
We're
lovely.
definitely not going to go back to the harness.
Well, that's because you're an idiot. The harness was absolutely all this dog needed. A different harness, though, not one that has these little ropes that go around the edge of the chest here.
We're going to work between the gentle leader.
He's so rough with how he moves it around this dog's face. So tight. So tight. It's sideways. It's not under his face. Look at this dog. This dog is so stressed.
And I want to see what gives me the best control.
Squinty eyes, learned helplessness.
So walk down here, purposely find a dog. I ask the owners what they did when they see a dog. They turn the other way. We don't want to have to do that in the real world. We want to go for our walks. But we need to find a threshold at the start. Threshold means how close can I get to another dog without Hugo reacting?
Right, so he understands what threshold is, but what is he doing, though? Is he actually doing that, or is he not?
Meters isn't realistic. We want to get close to other dogs. He may never socialise and play with dogs. Hugo's got a bit of a bad history, being treated badly. So he may never get to that.
God, he's so rough with his handling of his poor dog.
Walk down
this dog is so stressed.
Somewhere with him on lead and not be...
He's stressed because he has a spatulate tongue, he has very long lips, he has squinty eyes, his ears are back. This dog could be overheating and needs water, especially since he's overweight. And this is a lot of exercise for him. I don't know how hot it is. This guy is wearing shorts and a t-shirt, so it's probably not too cold out there. But this dog is either overheating or he's overstressed.
Reactive. That would be a nice goal. He may want to react, but if we can just get him not reacting and learning manners and walking well, we're doing well. So we'll go on our walk. Okay, so remember your goal.
And this dog is still not conditioned, so he's going to have... I see why that person said that he got like 200 corrections here. Over 270 corrections here. Because every little pop, now, every little jerk, every little one of those, pop, pop,
Hugo wants
drag,
to go one direction.
Drag,
hey,
pop.
I'm going to stop
pop,
and give a correction. But as soon as I do the correction, the lead goes loose again.
Yank.
Good boy. Hey.
Yank. Pop. Pop. Knee.
Very little
pop.
In the way of commands.
Pop him. Ouch.
Good boy.
Ouch.
Now you may not get far in the first walk.
Ow. Ow.
You got to stop correcting.
So this is not working. You jump. You I was going to say jackass, but you dummy. You jummy. This is not working. All these corrections that you have to do constantly having to correct this dog is not working for the dog. This is your fault. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to walk a dog. I could accomplish this in a harness. And I wouldn't be going on a trail like this just yet because this is way too close. If you see another dog, that's not even fair because the dog is going to be too over threshold. And he knows what threshold is, but he chooses not to do it because now he has this over-controlling, or he has the ability to over-control this dog.
That's the process you have to go through.
Jerk, jerk.
Hey.
Jerk.
Okay, I'm actually going to switch. I'm going to switch to the slip lead. It's a matter of finding what works for your dog, guys.
No, it's not. It's about finding what causes the most pain and discomfort. And this guy is just an absolute fool. He's a terrible trainer.
Is the lead. Sit.
Pop, 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 jerk. And he did sit, and then he still popped it.
And we need our stopper set in, so it's got a bit of movement, but it can't slip down.
Choking the dog.
Out there. So it's got
so now it's constantly tight and choking the dog.
But it can't slip down too much. Now we go to the same process. We walk and we give corrections.
Ouch. Ow, 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 ow.
Dog. He's going to take a few corrections to teach him.
No, it's not. That means he's had over 200 corrections in this entire video. That means that you're the one who is failing. If you have to give him more than 3 corrections with any one method or any one tool, that means that you are failing the dog.
He can't just wander off the path. Good boy.
God forbid he goes and sniffs. That's not pressure on, pressure off. That's a pop. That's not pressure on, pressure off.
Good boy. That's better. Yes.
Another pop. Another pop.
Leave it commands.
Another pop. Another pop. And then a major pop that we're revving up for.
A fully working app without knowing how to code. This is base 40.
And then another pop that we're revving up for.
Get very far today. You can see
Pop,
here how
pop,
highly strung he
pop,
is, energy, looking for
pop.
things, clearly probably looking for a dog.
Tug.
Now we're going to get a lot different
Fine, instead of a pop, I'll call it a tug.
response when we see a dog. Are we going to have to be reasonably firm on Hugo? We are. Food doesn't cut it.
Unreasonably firm. That means abusive. Are we going to have to be abusive on Hugo? We are, because food doesn't work on, because food works on every animal, including humans, any animal at all. When you're hungry enough, when you're, sorry, I'm always like, I'm slouching over here like this. Food works on every animal. When you are over threshold, it's not going to work. I guarantee that it's going to work. I worked with German Shepherds this morning where at first they didn't want to take food from me. When we got them below threshold, guess what? They took food. They took treats. They took kibble. Not that you should just be using kibble with your dog. Make sure you use something higher value than that. Hi, baby girl. Here you go in the window. Here we go. Are we going to have to be unreasonably firm? Unreasonably firm means abusive to me.
No interest in food.
Because he's over threshold.
A lot of direction changes and a lot of stuff.
That means that you're working over threshold. You're in too distracting of an area. You're not in a controlled environment, jerk. Like you said, we're in a controlled environment. You're not in a controlled environment.
Pops.
Gonna have to use a lot of directionation.
Trying to keep the pressure
Lots
off
of
the lead.
directional pops. Ouch.
Good boy. Got to teach.
So just because the dog takes that without yelping or going to attack you and take your calf out doesn't mean that the dog needs it or deserves it. The dog certainly doesn't need it. The human is the one who deserves it and needs to use it on the dog because the human doesn't know any better.
And
that's not an excuse at all.
That's when he gets the correction.
He's been getting corrections this entire time.
There we go, better. Like I said, it's a bit like conducting an orchestra. There's a lot of pressure on, pressure off, a lot of movement.
God, this guy is an absolute tool. This guy sucks at dog training.
But this is the process we need to go through.
No, it's not at all. You need to go through this because you suck. You suck at dog training, whatever your name is. Jason Harris, you are an absolutely terrible trainer.
Two out front. Every now and again, I'm going to stop.
Ow, ow, ow. Ouch.
Give him a little correction. Good boy.
Give him a little correction. That was a pop, a major pop from the end of a 6-foot lead on a slip lead.
He's never had this in his life. Good boy.
Well, he's never needed it in his life. He's never needed anybody to be abusive to him. If you correct him this many times, this is just the constant nagging and nagging and nagging and corrections and pops. That's just abusive.
Joe. Now, I'm very aware when I see a dog, we're going to have a very different story with this young man.
He's going to fight
but
with
for
him.
Now, even if we don't confront too many dogs, but we just get him walking better, that would be a good first step.
Again, all these corrections and pops and corrections and pops.
Just not pulling on the lead.
Tug, tug,
like
tug.
So. Loose lead.
Tug, tug.
If you notice, I'm not
tug.
cueing him very much. I'm not giving him any commands. I do some about turns. Hey.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Hey.
Ow.
Nope. Pressure off.
Not pressure off. They were pops. Dummy. I want to keep saying jummy. Dummy.
Strong this dog is. It doesn't even bother him at all.
Well, clearly not. I mean, it clearly does. That's why he's stress panting. You jackass. But it's not making him, it's not hard enough to make him so hard that it makes him want to, you know, it teaches him to not go away from you. So that means that you're failing in training because you're not able to, if you're going to give him a correction, make it a correction. I mean, don't actually do this, but the correction would have to be seen as punishment to the dog. Right now, you're just nagging him over and over. You're causing pain or discomfort at the least and pain at the most. You're causing some kind of discomfort to the dog where the dog says, okay, I'll stop going there for 1 second, but I'm going to keep going over here. Or he's confused. You're just confusing the dog. You're confusing the dog by making him want to just wander around aimlessly. He's trying to get away from you. You're constantly nagging him. You're teaching him to ignore the corrections that you're giving him, which is why you have to give him nearly 300 corrections. God, this guy is a joker.
But that's better. Good boy. But it's what he needs.
Another pop. No, it's not what he needs. This dog doesn't need any of this. You're an idiot. Let's see if he goes and sees another dog. Let's see what happens if he sees another dog. Forces him down. Let's go down here.
We're going to give, once Hugo sees it.
So now he's back on the head
If
halter.
it's something he hasn't seen. So I want to know.
Do we see another dog?
There it is there. No, leave it.
Ouch, ouch.
Leave it.
Oh, he's one of those people who forces the dog into his sit, a false sense of security for the dog. For the human. The human feels like the dog is now secure and under control. That's a false sense of security for the human. The dog is now made to be shark bait. The dog is still trapped in their body, trapped within their own mind, thinking, what's going on? What do I do? How do I deal with this anxiety? There's a dog approaching me. They could see the dog as a bear to them. If they're reactive, and they're fearful, or they can be frustrated and they want to go say hello to the dog. I'm not saying that means that the dog needs to go say hello to the other dog, but if your dog is over here and that is reactive, forcing them into a sit is not going to help them. I would have the dog, allow the dog to see the other dog, be at a level, under threshold, at a distance far enough away where he's able to see the dog. I don't have to force into a sit. If I want to ask for a sit and the dog is able to offer a sit, terrific. That's what I want. If the dog is not able to offer a sit, then we're over threshold, but we might be able to give some treats still. If the dog doesn't take treats, the dog is over threshold. So if this dog is at a distance away, say they need to be 20 feet away from another dog before they're able to take treats, that's their threshold. And that's where I'm going to continue to reward and train. And then eventually, just like with Kiva and Yuki, the German Shepherd and the Husky mix that I worked with this morning, we were able to go from 25 feet where Kiva, the reactive German Shepherd, was barking to 6 feet away. And it just takes time. It takes time. We were able to get there in one session because they've been working with these dogs and they live in the same household. He can't even do that. He can't do that with, a dog and a stranger. He can't get this dog to be comfortable at any distance because he's just used to using pops and corrections and punishment.
Stay. Leave
the
it.
dog is still staring. Leave it doesn't do
boy.
anything. The dog is not
Stay.
listening to Leave it.
Leave
Still
it.
staring at the dog. Still
And you couldn't
stressed.
Get a better response. Quick correction.
False sense of security by popping him, shoving him on the face, holding him back by the halter, forcing him into a sit. This is not a good way to train. This is not going to help anything. This dog is going to rely on you controlling him constantly. Without the head halter, this dog is not going to be able to do anything. This guy has not taught this dog anything other than to ignore all the number of corrections that he's given them. Because the dog has not seen that as punishment. If you give a harsh enough correction, the dog may see that and say, okay, I don't want to do that again. That would be punishment.
Pressure off. I'm very proud of you, Hugo. We don't overpraise. There's no pressure on that lead.
Of course there's no overpraise. Of course there's no praise at all. There's barely anything other than a good dog, and the dog doesn't give a shit about that good dog. The dog just says, leave me alone. It's developed learned helplessness. You're just a loser. You're just a guy who doesn't know how to train dogs. There's another one sneaking up behind him. Let's see if he realizes that or not.
At his own choice then. I gave a small correction and Hugo
Okay, so let's see the
mistreated early on very badly.
Okay, so this little dog is walking by.
Nice and confident. A lot of things you see with dogs come from lack of confidence, lack of socializing, and fear-based. Yeah.
Let's see this
So you've
small
got to remember
correction that he
It's
says
not
he gives
all
him.
outright aggression, and we've got another dog here. Hugo, look, leave it. I make him see it. Leave it.
Pop, pop. That was a
not even
harsh
gonna
pop
make him
on the
sit.
face
Loose lead. Hugo sat by choice. Good boy.
because he felt the pressure pulling on his face, so he decided to sit. Here you go, baby girl. Here's a good girl. He felt that little bit of pressure pulling on his face. If we can go back for a second.
Loose lead.
See, that
Hugo
little bit
sat
of
by
pressure
choice.
pulling on
Good
his face, and he said
boy.
it. This is like going into his
Boy, I'm gonna
eyeball.
reward that behavior.
This should not be sideways like this. This should be under the chin, not sideways like this. Oh, this guy is a joker. He's just going to keep correcting. He's already corrected the dog so many times. The dog is hot, the dog is tired, and then he's just going to go for a walk the rest of the way, forcing him to sit. All these other pops, all this other nonsense. Jason Harris sucks as a dog trainer. That's what I think. That's what I have to say. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Go say hi to your little critters. Say hi to for me. Give them some kind of love and they appreciate. Until next time, practice peace, patience, and positivity.